All right, guys, we're going to talk about the driver. I had an interesting question, I guess I haven't really touched base on it too much. That ball position, and this is a controversial topic. And I tried to explain this, and then I realized in the comments when I was explaining it, I was like, man, this is probably a little bit too much. So I'm going to do it on video. So when you put the club down, you put it on your shoulder, and you bring it down in front of you, that is going to be your circle center, and that is where if you swung or swing a golf club using the counterbalance forces and a circle, that it will come back to square right here, and if you do that, that it will be about a half a ball to a ball across the top of the driver, and you can still hit up on it. Now here's how you can hit up on it. All I'm going to do is not drop my right foot back behind me. That's what people think when I say that. But just widen your stance ever so slightly. You see what I did right there. You can see that now the golf club is now in the center of my body still, but more mass is behind the ball here. That's all you have to do. You don't have to do anything crazy. You don't have to tilt. Okay? Now I'll explain a little bit. This is the part I was going to talk about. Long drive guys and your longest drivers that don't have to play golf, they just hit one shot out there. And what they'll do is they will put the ball up in their stance a bit. Now, when they do this, they're creating ground pressure that's different. It's not going to be, so when you're swinging in this manner, and I'll explain this, when you're swinging in this manner, the golf is more at a slight angle, like half down to the ground. So if I push the ground this way, do you see how my body pushes up? This would be really easy to see, right? So this is what long drivers do. So when they do this, they push up. When they push up, they unweight themselves completely up here. So then the ground is now again going to push them straight down back at that angle, which is a semi-squat, and then it'll kick you back up. So when it kicks you back up, that's the squat down and up. The shaft will be coming up to hit the ball. So that's why they tee the ball up high, because their mass is back behind more, and they're swinging 150, 60 miles an hour. They're trying to counterbalance that force as much as possible, weighting the ground and unweighting. I'm wanting you guys just to have a nice little side-to-side kind of motion, not really pushing down this way unless you want to be one of the longest drivers. If you want to be one of the longest drivers, you got to push it this way. So that's why they have the ball position forward and up in their stance. Now, someone like Rory McIlroy, he does not swing in a circle, okay? So, and if you don't, doesn't mean that you're not a great player. He's phenomenal. I'm here at Country Hills and he's won majors. So, doesn't mean that it's as efficient. So watch what happens. When you take the golf club back wide like he likes to do, he has to counterbalance it with keeping his knee super flexed. That moves your head off the ball. So, and I'm talking about ball position with a driver. So then when he'll squat down, because his head moved, he has to squat down and recenter. So when he recenters, both legs have like that Samsonite squat kind of thing. And then from here, the leg then straightens and he goes up. And so the club is going up. So when the club goes up, the ball has to be teed up. See? So now part two, I'm gonna put it down on the ground a little bit where you guys can see I have a small little camera at the moment, working on some new stuff, but right now I'm just doing the best I can with what I got for you guys. All right, so now you'll see what I'm talking about. So if you go wide, then you got a squat, then you're coming the shaft, and see how the club is coming up? Or if you're a long drive guy, then you're going this way, back down this way, and then you can see how the shaft is going up. And then, or if you're doing just what I do, which is just, you can see how the club is here, middle of the body, and I just drop my stance back a little bit. Now, I don't want to drop it back too far, because it doesn't mean that I couldn't swing a circle, it doesn't mean I couldn't have my weight transfer, but it would be difficult to get it back up to my left leg. This is too wide, my pelvis can't move optimally, so you want to have it about just outside shoulder width, possibly around pelvis. And all I'm going to do is drop my right foot back a little bit. You'll see how my center is here. You'll see there's my shift. and there I am at impact. Now you tell me, you can see the pressure on my right leg, hands forward, body back a bit. From right here, I'll hit up on it. But I'm only gonna hit about a ball above across, maybe half a ball to a ball across the top of the driver. And from there, that would give you the correct angle of attack. All right, so I hope you guys understand that. Little confusion between the long drive guys who put it up here and or tour pros that have maybe a tour-like motion with legs where they recenter their whole pelvis up in front and then stall and go up because now their pelvis is up in front too. That's another way they do it. So those are all mix-ups and matchups. I hope this helped.